All right, so I am back with another. Well, it's kind of like an update, a channel update on what I've been wanting to do here with UFO related content. Um, and I have another story as well. So this one is really interesting. It involves my my first dad, who I never met, and he's since passed away. And it involves my mother, and this was before I was ever born. This was in the mid 70's, 74, 75. One of those 2 years. And this was not in America. This was in the island on the island of Crete. Um, right off the coast of Greece there. So Crete and Greece, 74, 75. I guess I'm allowed to. I guess I'm at liberty to tell the story. It's been so many years later. Um, I hope that I am. So I don't know how to. Let's see if I can say specific things or not. Um, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to tell the story. I really want to tell the story. So that's why I'm doing this. So my father, who I never met, was well, okay. So I never met him in person. I did speak to him over the phone and online a few times, but I never got to meet up in person with him. And I have nothing to do with actually his family at all. I've never met any of them. Come to think of it, I have no relationship with his side of the family. Um, Not that it bothers me. It used to bother me a little bit years ago, but since gotten over all that. Um, so he was in the military. I guess I can say he worked for the Air Force. Um, I don't want to say anything. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know why I'm hesitant to say exactly. I'll just say he worked for the Air Force for now, and him and my mother were living on the island of Crete on a military base, um, or off, or I guess the military base was nearby, and they lived somewhere nearby, basically. Um, so there was an incident that happened. Um, it's not just the military that knows about this. It's all kinds of people that lived then on the island of Crete, the whole island of Crete, and the whole country of Greece. I believe even Italy. They all knew about this. Like all the citizens, they all knew that knew something about this. So it's not like no like I'll explain. It's not like it is top secret actually, but it isn't at the same time because people knew something happened. Um, but the military and governments did hush it up. Is what I'm relaying the story. I'm relaying everything that I know that was told to me. So this isn't just I'm just not like speculating here at all. This is all the information that's actually been told to me. Is what I'm trying to get at here. So I don't want to speculate until like if I do any speculation, It'll be towards the end of the video when we try to wrap it up here. Let's see. Make sure I'm still recording here. Okay. Let's see. So what happened was, I guess, something. This is what was told to me. Like, I'm not gonna try to rephrase anything or speculate on any of this. So, something really fast, faster than anything man-made, like much, much faster than anything man-made. So faster than a plane, faster than a jet, rocket, missile, whatever. Was the word used was traveling. So traveling, moving, flying across the sky at a extremely. It was extremely fast. That's what's been told to me over the years. It was extremely fast, and it must have been pretty high up there, pretty high in the sky. But it was in our atmosphere. It wasn't in outer. It wasn't outer space. It wasn't that high. Like, it went through into our atmosphere, and it was moving at incredible speeds. Because, well, as it moved, it shut off the electricity. Wherever it moved, all the electricity was shut off. So what could do that? I was specifically told it was not a meteorite, asteroid, that type of thing, comet, whatever. Anything you could think to come up with there. It was nothing like that. Like, it was. So it was traveling at incredible speeds that anything man-made could not even dream of doing. And it was traveling over so fast, it knocked out all the electricity that it was flying over. But the electricity was only out. It would only go out for like 10 seconds or so, and then it would come back. Then it came back on, and I was told that it only took a minute for the whole craft or object, unidentified object, to fly over the island of Crete. Just a minute. And it also flew over the island of Greece and, I believe, parts of Italy, from what I was told. So it knocked the electric off for a few seconds, that came back on, I guess, and it flew over the island in just a minute, like the entire island. And obviously nothing's doing that. Man-made is doing that for a minute. So that had to have been like super fast, whatever that was. And it was picked up on radar, picked up on radar, and I don't know how anybody could see it because it was going so fast. I don't know how this is known, but it is said that it had a fiery glow to it. And I guess my father came home, and he said that I don't know if this was told to him or what, but he said that it was something out of this world. It was it was something otherworldly. It was out of this world, and it was nothing man-made could do this. So that's what, and he was in a position that he would likely know about these types of things, I'll say. Um, and so that's the story. And it must, I don't know if you could find this like by searching on the internet or anything. I haven't. I've never checked yet. This is a story that's in that that I've known for decades, for years, that my family's told me, my mother, and it is really interesting. It's crazy to think about. I guess everyone was really scared. Of course, everybody in the island knew. But it was hushed up. I guess that's what I was always told. It was hushed up. Everybody knew though. Um, it was scary. I would imagine it would be. Um, it was picked up on radar. Don't know what the shape of it was. It had like a fiery glow to it, and it was going, you know, crazy speeds. Like I said, specifically they said it flew over the island of Crete in 1 minute, in just 1 minute, and everywhere it went, it knocked off the electricity for a couple seconds. So, what could do that? Like, that's crazy. I just always thought was crazy how would it affect the electricity like that? Like, what could do that? Um, like how would that be possible? Like, was it this because of the speed it was going, or did it have some other kind of um, like way of doing, like, knocking the electricity off? I don't quite understand that part, like how that would be. So that's really interesting, but it's so interesting. It's creepy. It's eerie for sure. This is the mid 70's. Keep in mind, so it's super believable too. Like that wasn't something. Well, obviously this obviously wasn't something man made. So I was told, this wasn't from another country. This wasn't from the U.S., China, Russia, whatever. But yeah, it traveled across the Mediterranean and then it was just gone. Then it just left. That's what I was told. It was just gone after that. And I don't know, like, I guess nobody knows what actually like happened to it. I guess it went. I don't know if it went into outer space or kept traveling like across the globe or what. That I was not told about, but that would be interesting. Like, it just left. I guess it just left the radar and was gone. And I don't know, how they determined that it was of like a fiery glow look to it. So maybe somebody saw something, but it wasn't my parents. They didn't see anything. Oh, another thing is they heard nothing. You'd think that something like that maybe would be heard. I also don't remember if they said like the size of it. That would be interesting to find out if they know that. So yeah, that's the story. I thought that was really. I always thought that was a really crazy story. Like anything like pre 90's, like I just like anything crazy like that from the like the 80's and the 70's and before that is like really believable. Like stories like that. because the technology is just not wasn't there. Even military technology, it's just not there. Nothing like that. But what they said and was told to me that it was something that was traveling from out of this world. I mean, that's the exact words that I remember everybody saying. What my mother said over the years, and what she said my father said over the years, and what was told to him too, because they talked to other people too, like military and government. So instead of like just ordinary people too, be interesting. It would be interesting, since I'm sure people are still alive that experienced this. My father's since passed away, but my mother's still alive. Other people would still be alive too. So if you remember, if anybody from anybody that was there from Crete, Greece, Italy, 1974, 75, fast-moving UFO streaked across your skies one day or one night, and electricity went off for a few seconds, and it traveled at like super fast speeds. Like I said, it was gone from Crete within a minute. That's fast, and then it was just gone, and it was hushed up, I guess. So if anybody was there, and wants to share like more of that story or more details, or just that you were there, let me know. I mean, I'm super fascinated by this. This is a true life event that happened. I'm super fascinated about this story, this event, and pretty much all kinds of all these events back then, that seem to be reliably factual. They're so interesting. These stories are way more interesting than the ones that are happening now, unless it's just like, I don't know, everything seems so fake now, like just everything in general. But back in the day, I mean, we know that the technology is not there. So I will end it, and I'll end the story there, I think, unless I can, if I remember more details, I'll make another video on this. But before we wrap it up, I do want to say there's another UFO story, really a good one. This is a good one. This is a widespread one this is from Ohio, where I grew up, northeastern Ohio, northeast central Ohio, those areas. There's a story I need to find out more about. I know the story. It was my great grandmother that experienced this, but it wasn't just her. It was a whole bunch more people that experienced this. This is early 70's. And I'm going to save that particular story for another video I'm going to do, either tonight or tomorrow. But I wanted to delve into that. I've been trying to find information on that online. There's so many Ohio UFO stories from back then. It was on the Cleveland News. This would have been early 70's, so it was, according to family, they're thinking it's either 71, 72, or 73. They just don't know exactly which year, but it was early 70's. And it was, I mean, I'll just go ahead and say it. my great grandmother saw the UFO. Um, she lived in Litchfield, Ohio, but this would have been in Medina County. Medina County. And that's where these are two places where I grew up. Um, that's my old stomping grounds. But uh, yeah, I will definitely be telling that UFO story. That this one. So I think this UFO story might fascinate me. That it has been experienced by my family. Other than the one I told today or earlier in the video. I mean, this Ohio story is what I think fascinates me the most, even more than the ones that I saw. Even though they obviously fascinate me because I actually got to experience these UFOs in real life, like seeing them. And my stepdad's story as well, that I've told in a previous video, is crazy. But this one in particular, I think, fascinates me the most. This one that numerous people, I guess, saw throughout the area. It's a legitimate. It's a legitimate event. Not just one person seeing it. Like these are the real believable ones. You know, obviously something was up in the sky. Obviously people saw it. I mean, that part we know is real. So I will be getting into that in the next video that I do. But I also want to do a deep dive into Ohio UFO cases from that time period and see if not only to see if I can find that story in particular, like because I'm definitely going to be on the hunt for that so that we can get more details on all of this. I want to know everything about this one, but I want to do a deep dive into these older UFO cases from Ohio too, is I'm just very familiar with those areas, and I want to know and learn and what all everybody saw back then. If it's what was. I want to know if it was similar to the things I saw, my stepdad saw, my great grandmother saw. It would be pretty fascinating to do a deep dive into that. So that's what I'm also thinking of doing on here in the near future. So if you're really interested in the UFOs, all things UFOs, especially like from back in the day, like I'm definitely really interested in that stuff. These older UFO events, because they're more believable. They're more authentic to me. Like, it's not that things aren't believable and authentic now. It's just because the technology's come such a long way now. Everything just feels more fake now, and everything feels a lot more authentic and believable back then. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say like everything that we see up in our skies now is fake. It's not. But I mean, like, what I mean is like man-made versus otherworldly or anything other than man-made. Something to think about. But yeah, I've always been fascinated with UFOs. It stems back from when I actually saw one as a child. I saw them as a child. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. Like it didn't even seem real, but it was. That's what I remember. That's what I always remember thinking about, and and it's I still feel that way, honestly. Like I know what I saw, but at the same time I still can't comprehend and how, that this actually exists. Like the things, the silver metallic UFO disc, the things that I saw, I still can't comprehend that this is real, that it exists. That it's crazy to me still. Yet I know that they're there because I saw them with my own eyes. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the story, and hope you look forward to more UFO content. I got the other story coming up soon that my great grandmother experienced, and we will go from there. Um, and as always, thanks for watching.